I'm curious to hear when you did go to fundraise, like what advice you would give to founders who are looking to fundraise themselves, just based on what you learned in the process.
So that is a fantastic question. I do speak with a lot of early stage founders that make a lot of mistakes around fundraising. And to be fair, my co-founder Evan is exceptional at fundraising. He raised from some of the best VCs and was directly mentored by top names in our industry as well, like your boy, folks from Founders from, etc. So just like the top folks who are very no nonsense about how to fundraise appropriately. So the key thing is run a process. I think a lot of people think like, oh, I'll just talk to one advisor and then I'll talk to one investor and talk to the next investor. If you know that you're going to fundraise, you have to get all the work kind of like you have to do the pre-work about a month or two before you actually go out to fundraise. That means go ahead and build out your networks and your Rolodex of like who are all the investors and specifically who are your founder friends who have access to an investor. And there are three things that you should account for. One is what is your degree of access to this person? Is a referral that you're going to be getting to this investor? How highly do they, how close are they to that investor? And third is how highly would they talk about you? And so you could create a little bit of an algorithm there of like weighting of how important that is to figure out, multiple founders or multiple investors are going to have an introduction to a single investor, but that's a way for you to stack rank who to ask first to ask for that particular introduction. And then from there, when you start your fundraise, you should be taking on and easily anywhere between 8 to 15 calls every single day and run like every single day, especially on weekends as well. Like you are nonstop and you already have given them a timeline of just like, hey, look, we are planning to close this round in about like by the end of this month. And what's key there though is you first have to start off with, it's not obvious. Start off with the investors where you don't care that much about them. Like in that first week of just like, hey, if you mess up your pitch, this is the whole point. It's like you are improving your pitch in that first week. And these are people where it's not the big hitters yet. But then going into the second week, you do hit the big hitters and very quickly you try to find your lead investor because once you have a lead investor, everyone else sort of wants to follow, but you have to run a process, a competitive process for finding that lead investor and moving forward with that. Anything that is not a definite yes is a definite no, despite what they say.
Mm. Yeah.
Uh, and so it's just run a process, run a process, go through volume, and anything that is not a definite yes is a no, and you need to move forward and keep it up until you get you only need one yes out of 100 no's.